Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Donkey Woods Garage. Today, we're working on our friend's Aprillia.
Aprillia.
Damn it. Aprillia, whatever you want to call it. The reason why we're working on this bike today is because of a slight incident. I will let Zach explain what happened.
So our buddy Mike, he bought this bike about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and in the process of test driving the bike, he at a very low speed dropped it over on its side, breaking off one of the mirrors, which the mirrors have turn signals on them, so we have to replace the turn signals because one of the mirrors is broken. So we're going to replace the mirrors. He also broke off the foot peg, which I've done this little modification here just to get us by in the meantime. That was done with duct tape and some bolts. And then on top of that, we're going to go ahead and work on getting the fender eliminator kit done for the rear. Now we don't have an actual, we have a fender eliminator bracket, which is this guy right here. However, that doesn't mount anywhere up on here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a little piece of aluminum, we're going to bend it around, and we're going to create a bracket for this to mount to.
And then on a later episode, we're going to have to repair all this, which is just scratches. And luckily did not break the fairing at all. All it did was basically scratch it up. So this clutch lever was here and it had a black extender that you could adjust. Whenever he was making the turn, the clutch lever slipped off and it caused him to lose his balance. So he bought new ones, which ironically matched the bike perfectly. So we've already put those on just so we can ride the bike. But we'll end up having to repaint this entire fairing here to be able to make it look nice again, because this bike was perfect.
Here's the old mirror that broke off. This was right here, and you can see it was a pretty nasty cut there. We're gonna go ahead and take these off. We got some new ones, and then we also got these guys right here. This is a Moto Gadget M-Blaze pin. This is gonna be our new turn signals that we're gonna use. Nice little setup here. Very high quality aluminum with a resin in it. These are very bright when we turn them on. These come out of Germany. They're a great part for bikes.
And then these are the mirrors we're going to be replacing it with. They don't have the turn signals in there. They can be flipped in either way to be used, and they'll actually mount perfectly in the spot where we want them. So we think they're a good addition. But we're going to take off most of the fairings up here. We got to take off to do all this work. So we're going to get at it. As you can see, Zach and I got them on. It's actually Zach did most of the work. But don't they look nice? Nice European style? Italian style, sorry. Next thing in order is the LED lights, and Zach's over here working on getting the factory line harness wired up to the old ones. So that way we can mount them. Did you say we're going to put them right down here?
Yeah, we're gonna put them in the intakes.
The intakes.
Because we have another intake tube underneath it, so
Right.
it'll look good, and at the same time
It'll glow through here, so that way you stay road legal and everything, and it have a perfect factory harness just to plug into. As you can see, we had the LED indicators installed. Our friend wanted them on the inside where there's an air intake that goes in right here. So that way when they're working, they're visible through the air of the intake, and there's actually something that covers all this up so that won't be visible once we put this back together. All I did is I drilled a 3/8" hole in this piece of plastic, which would turn out to be a nightmare. We finally found this little drill right here, worked out so beautifully with just a 3/8" paddle bit. Real carefully drilled a hole in there and then fed all the wires through. It has a little diode that goes through it, and now they're done and they work beautifully. All right, so we're headed over to our local auto parts store to get some parts for the Aprillia.
for the fender eliminator kit.
Yes.
We found that we would not be able to use the default lighting for the license plate, which in the state of Texas is illegal. It is illegal not to have a illuminated license
Exactly.
plate. So we're going to find some little bullet LED.
Something to illuminate the license plate.
Yep. All right, so Mike, our friend that bought this bike, he actually bought this universal fender eliminator kit for this bike. Didn't work out so well because there's really nowhere to mount it, so we had to create a bracket. So what we did is we went out and bought some 16th-inch thick aluminum and just kind of bent it into shape and drilled some holes. It's going to fit right there, and then this is going to attach right to the top of it right there. And that's going to put the license plate right here, which will be perfect. It won't hit the wheel, everything will look great. So that's what we're working on right now, just getting this all mounted up. After we created this, did a couple of bends in it, as you can see. And so now he's going to have a custom bracket. Donkey Works custom work.
So we have the right hand blinker now and the left hand blinker.
We got new mirrors.
New mirrors.
We got a new foot peg. And we got this beautiful, beautiful custom Donkey Works exclusive fender eliminator kit with LEDs. So you like everything we've done so far? Did you see? You saw the turn signals?
Yep.
Did those not come out badass or what?
That's what I'm saying. That looked awesome, and I'm sure probably looks actually better in person than it does on video.
Oh yeah.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and
Right there.
yeah, down below.